My name is Sergeant Billy Meeks, and this is what took control of my life for over a year. In front of me is 2.5 weeks worth of liquor when I was drinking at my worst. And this is what I now drink every 3 to 4 days to make sure that my withdrawals do not kill me. Ever since I got back home from Iraq in May of 2022, I have been drinking this heavy until I finally decided to reach out for help when I recognized I had a problem. When I was drinking half a bottle, 3/4 of a bottle of whiskey every single night, even on work nights. I enrolled into the substance use disorder program in the Army, and this, every 3 to 4 nights, is to make sure that my heavy withdrawals from how much I drink does not kill me. And if this don't work, I'm going to be hospitalized in Utah for an entire month because of how heavy my drinking was. And I'm not alone. The problem is 33% of the entire Army has or are currently struggling with alcohol abuse and don't know that they can go somewhere for help. I didn't know for over a year. It took me losing everything to realize I had a problem and I had to do something. For a lot of soldiers, it's not too late. That is what my mission is. Drinking has been normalized in all branches of the military to the point where it's very difficult for a lot of soldiers and leaders to recognize when somebody might have a problem. In this video, I will be going over the differences between being an alcoholic and having substance use disorder. I will also be going over how to recognize when somebody has a problem. And at the very end, I'll be talking about the resources that the military gives out to help if you have a problem and putting in referrals in case anybody from this video might need some help. So you may be wondering, Sergeant Meeks, if you drink this much, you're an alcoholic, right? That's not always the case. For me, I was diagnosed with substance use disorder whenever I went through SUDC in the Army, and I'll be getting into how it's different. Alcoholism is simply a disease where an individual drinks way too much. They may not be able to control it, but that doesn't necessarily mean they have substance use disorder. Substance use disorder is the inability to stop whatever you're taking, whether it's alcohol, drugs, prescriptions, whatever it may be. You have developed a dependence to that, and your body cannot function right unless it is in your system. It may lead to heavy withdrawals, psychosis, anxiety, mood swings, a number of things. You might think, don't that define being an alcoholic? Substance use disorder is a mental disease where your impulse, cravings, your withdrawals prevent you from stopping whatever substance you are using, and your body literally becomes dependent on it to function. For me, with the amount that I've drank, when I tried to quit cold turkey, everything hurt because my body thought me being drunk was normal. So me having no liquor in my system, my body thought something was wrong. And my body kept telling me, and my brain kept telling me over and over, you need to drink. No matter if you're driving, no matter what you're doing, you're with family, you're with friends, no matter what outcome may come of it, you have to drink. To medically diagnose alcohol use disorder or substance use disorder, medically they use a scale that goes all the way up to 11 for severity. Most people score 4, 5, 6. I scored a 9 out of 11. A 9 on the substance use disorder chart. That legitimately shocked me. I had no idea my problem was that bad. And that is why I urge, if you have the slight inclement that you have a problem, you have to be seen just in case. We talked about the differences between being an alcoholic and having substance use disorder. Now we're going to talk about how to tell that somebody has an overall problem with alcohol, drugs, whatever it may be. Primarily, we're going to focus on alcohol because of my experience. So to start out with, there will be a noticeable loss of control, whether it's how much they do it, they're constantly out, no matter what they're doing, they're drinking. They are lying about how frequently they are using it. They're lying about how much they use it when they do drink, or no matter the setting, they are still drinking. Another noticeable physical thing is withdrawals. The person is exhibiting physical side effects or withdrawal symptoms such as shakiness, sweats, or shortness of breath. For me, my major withdrawals is a noticeable physical pain that prevents my daily work functions or life functions. I shake a lot and I sweat. My heart rate dramatically increases. So if you know that somebody drinks a lot and you notice that they have certain withdrawal symptoms, then maybe it's time that you ask them about how much they are actually using it. Social withdrawal is a enormous telltale sign that somebody is struggling. The person is socializing less and is losing interest in areas of their life where they were once invested in. For example, for me, I'm big on football, watching it, playing it. I love it. I completely quit it. I had no interest in going out and doing that just because I wanted to stay at home and drink. This is also very important because social withdrawal is a big sign of depression and or suicidal thoughts or ideations, but we will get into suicide in a different video of mine. But if you notice somebody is socially withdrawing from doing things they enjoy or just seeing anybody, then you need to ask the question. Increased risky behavior is an enormous sign of use disorder aside from alcoholism, because as I mentioned before, the person ignores unsafe situations to use a substance or perform a behavior despite knowing the consequences, where you don't give a damn what happens. You just need to drink or you cannot function right. Now you're a little bit more educated on the difference between an alcoholic and having substance use disorder. And now you may know some of the telltale signs to be able to see if you or somebody else may be struggling with either of these. Now, where do you go for help? This is the biggest thing that I need any of you to take away from this video. The Army has numerous programs such as ASAP, Army Substance Abuse Program, SUDC, that we have mentioned multiple times because that is what I am enrolled in, and behavioral health for overall mental health, whether if you drink because of trauma or you drink just because you don't want to think about your feelings. The Army has a numerous amount of resources. The mission of the Army Substance Abuse Program is to strengthen the overall fitness and effectiveness of the Army's workforce, to conserve manpower and enhance the combat readiness of soldiers. Numerous objectives of ASAP is to provide services which are proactive and responsive to the needs of the Army's workforce and emphasize alcohol and other drug abuse deterrence, prevention, education, and rehabilitation. To implement alcohol and other drug risk reduction and prevention strategies that respond to potential problems before they jeopardize readiness, productivity, and careers. To restore to duty those substance-impaired soldiers who have the potential for continued military service, and to provide effective alcohol and other drug abuse prevention and education at all levels of command, and encourage commanders to provide alcohol and drug-free leisure activities. Take a moment to pause and read all of the different references to be in contact with ASAP no matter your situation. The Substance Use Disorder Clinical Care Program and Goals. The Army SUDC program uses a multidisciplinary approach to treat and provide service members, cadets, and other beneficiaries the education, resources, and support they need to overcome the challenges of illicit drug use, prescription medicine, and alcohol misuse, abuse, or dependency. Keyword: dependency. The goal of the SUDC program is to provide an integrated and holistic behavioral health care approach to our patients as part of a comprehensive plan to address the patient's total behavioral health needs. Integrated care will maximize the opportunity for a rapid and successful recovery and return to full readiness status. As I mentioned before, substance use disorder is a mental disorder. That's why it kind of groups in with behavioral health. Lastly, the goals of embedded behavioral health are improving access to behavioral health care for active duty soldiers, increasing the mission readiness of operational units, identifying soldiers with behavioral health challenges as early as possible, increasing and improving communication between BH professionals and operational unit leaders, and serving as a clinical platform for quality care delivery. I highly encourage all leaders and or soldiers to reach out to BH if you just even need to vent about something. BH is always in walking distance of your command, barracks, wherever you are. There are multiple facilities on whatever post you're on. Those three programs are your best bet to get help if you think you have a problem, whether it's alcohol use, drug use, you're just not feeling right, you're having suicidal thoughts, or you plan to make it happen. That is the biggest thing. Even if you just need to vent, you can go to Embedded Behavioral Health. If you are still confused about any of this, I'm putting links to every single resource I found in the description. And if you just speak to one of your leaders, commander, whoever, they will give you the help and resources you need despite your situation. My name is Sergeant Meeks, and I am here to change the stigma of mental health in the military. My first video is about alcohol use because that was my biggest demon. So if I can help one soldier get the help they need, it is a mission success. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you would like to support my journey on helping the soldiers and helping our ranks heal despite what's going on, leave a like and or comment on this video, or you may subscribe. I also have a Patreon to where I'm taking donations, which gives you exclusive perks, behind the scene footage of these films. You can name it, exclusive merch, whatever you can think of, for less than $5 a month. I will leave that link in my bio. I'm sorry, in the description of this video. Any kind of support helps, and even just leaving a like on this video helps tremendously. I'm leaving my Instagram and my TikTok handle in the description if you would like to reach out to me personally if you have any questions about this video, or you just want to talk if you're having a mental health crisis. I am here to listen. Thank you guys so much for watching. You have a good night.